everybody. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I hope my microphone is on, but I can't tell. But hopefully, you all can hear me. How are you doing? I wanted to get into Love Island really quick. I haven't talked about Love Island in about 2 episodes. So last night I fell asleep. Last night was a little bit boring. I do want to talk about the five five people that went home. I'm so excited. More people are going home. I'm kind of ready for this to let's put a bow on it. Who gets the money? I'm ready to vote more people off the island. But let's get into what's going on. So the last episode before last night, five people went home. We got to see the results of the last America's vote. I still can't get the voting down pat. I voted one time, and after that, I'm always getting the times wrong. But anyway, I'm not mad at the people who went home. The bottom three couples were, and why were the singles safe? Why Sydney and Kat couldn't take their asses home? Who is voting for Isaiah, and who is voting for Sydney? I really want to know who, and I want to know, what do you see in them? Why? Why are we voting for Sydney and Isaiah over Courtney? I don't get it, but let's get into it. So Jared and the redheaded girl were in danger. Courtney and Chad were in danger. And Chaz and Bella Gabby was in danger. The safe couple was Courtney and Chad, and I was scared for Courtney and Chad for a second, but they got saved. You know, Zeta and Courtney had a nice cry. And then Kat got up and was like, look, my man going home, I'm going home too. And I'm like, thank you, Kat. Thank you for not sticking around and playing in people's face, acting like you about to find a new love in 2 weeks. If you really like Jared, I hope they said they boyfriend and girlfriend back home. I hope it work out for them. I really do. I like for people to find love, even though it's a TV show. I hope it work out for y'all. They were kind of a cute couple. So they all went home. Twitter was in a blaze. Like, everyone, you would have act like it was Super Bowl Sunday and your favorite team won, the way people were celebrating that Chaz is out of the villa. Y'all really hated Chaz. I didn't care too much. I don't care if Chaz went home. I explained many videos ago that I wasn't mad at him for not picking Serenity. Love you, Serenity, but Serenity didn't want nobody there. So why are we picking people? But I guess everybody else picking people just to play the game. He could have picked Serenity to play the game. You probably would have stayed longer if you would have kept Serenity because she was a fan favorite. But whatever. Chaz is gone. I could care less. Chaz was getting ready to play in Phoebe face. He can't even be. I think from what I'm watching on the show, people at home don't like when people flip flop and switch and swap partners too much. That's the read I'm getting from this season, because it seems like people are voting for day ones, like Timmy and Zeta, Deb and Jesse, Sydney and Isaiah. People who have been together since day one seem to be the popular vote for this season. Y'all know I'm still, this only my second season watching. It confuses me because the winners of last season got together the last few days or the last 2 weeks of the show and played in each other's face like they liked each other, and we all know that they didn't. So I'm just confused. If we love the day ones, how did last season, the last days, win the whole show? I don't know. I still feel like it's Timmy and Zeta's game to lose. Good luck. I hope y'all could win it, because I don't know how these votes go. I think you lose it because, like, everybody on Twitter after Courtney got voted in the bottom, they were like, well, next week we got to vote for Courtney. And that's how your faves could slip into danger, because you'll pack all your votes on one person and then you be like, oh, but I don't want Courtney to go. So the next week you pack them all on Courtney. Let me tell you this. Courtney and Chad got into a little bit of ultimatum. She told Chad, look, I see you looking at Phoebe face. If you want to be with Phoebe and let me go, because I ain't got time to be going back and forth. I ain't got time for you to be. Oh, I done left my drink all the way over there. I don't got time for you to be pulling Phoebe for a chat and having me looking stupid over here. You end up picking her. I ain't got time. You want to be with me or you want to be with her? I'm not mad for Courtney for saying, I'm not mad at her for saying that. We're getting down to the end of this thing. It ain't too much chatting left to do. It's not too much chatting, which is why I don't feel like, why did they bring in 2 new people? This new guy, Joel, he looked like Bryce. He looked like a more buff person of the people that just left Casa Amor. He looks regular. He doesn't look any different than, that's why I thought Courtney was going to jump on Joel, because I'm like, hell, he looked just like Bryce. That was your type. Especially now that Phoebe want to be with Chad, but she wanted to be with Chaz. Phoebe, I get it now. Because at first I wasn't mad at Phoebe. But I see what y'all talking about now with Phoebe. Phoebe is for the streets. She will do anything with anybody to stay on this show. And it's no longer a good look. It's not like, Phoebe, you got a connection with everybody. Oh, it don't work out with Chaz. So let me go straddle Chad and let me go kiss Joel in the mouth. Like, Phoebe will do anything with anybody to stay on this show. And I don't think it's a good look, especially now that we're at the end of it all. Like, girl, you were at Casa Amor. If you couldn't work it out at Casa Amor, go home. You want to be a future attorney, and people should be liberated, do what you want to do. But I'm like, as a future attorney, I wouldn't want the reputation of straddling everybody on the show just to stay on TV. Girl, you got your 5 minutes of fame by letting Isaiah bring you home from Casa Amor. We knew who you were after that. I would go home with my dignity than jumping from man to man. She jumps all over the place, even with anybody that'll be with her so-called friends connection. I didn't like that either. It's like everybody that Bella likes, oh, I like him too. That's my best friend, but I like him too. I had a friend like that in college, and you heard I said past tense. You have to beware of people who always want to be with who you want to be with. They cannot be trusted. That friendship did not last very long. Every guy that I even said that I liked, that I said was cute, that I was attracted to, she hooked up with them. And I'm one of them girls where I don't want sloppy seconds. Now, I ain't saying I ain't never, lived a little bit, but I definitely tried not to have sloppy seconds. And you got to beware of women like that. Trifling. That was very trifling. Everybody Bella looked at, Phoebe wanted to be with. And now she want to be with Chad. It's very clear she just wants to be on the show. It's very clear you're probably going to be voted off next. I don't see anybody recoupling with Phoebe whenever the next recoupling comes, because if Chad was smart, it's now a popularity contest. Courtney is a day one. Courtney will get more votes by being a day one than Phoebe, who people barely like. And I guess Chad wouldn't know, but Joel should at least know. People weren't really feeling Phoebe from Casa Amor. But good luck with y'all. Good luck with that, Chad, Joel. Courtney, I would just go home. I was a little bit, I like to be a little bit messy on Twitter. I was like, Courtney needs to just try to get with Zeta. And if she can't get with Zeta, go home. I wouldn't mind seeing a little coupling of Courtney and Zeta. I wouldn't mind seeing Courtney couple up with this new girl. I want to call her Matilda, but I know that's not her name. I didn't take notes, so I forgot the new girl's name. But I wouldn't mind seeing that. Do they have to be opposite sex? Does it have to be boy, girl? We know Courtney likes girls. So why not pull up on one of these girls, Courtney, and give us a good show and have a good time? Because the men are trifling. The men are like, yeah, we'll kiss you in the mouth, but we ain't leaving our day one. And look, can we stop bringing in new people? We're now at the point of the show where nobody's going to switch. Thank y'all for keeping me up with the names. Mackenzie. I want to call her Matilda, but I guess that's an old-fashioned name. Mackenzie. I like Mackenzie. I think Mackenzie is very beautiful. I think she probably would have had more success at Casa Amor because right now the men, unless she gets with Chad or Joel, none of the men are switching. She not gonna get a Timmy. She not Jeff. Jeff finally got Naja to pay him some attention, so she not gonna pull Jeff. Isaiah, he done saw the light with Phoebe. He saw his votes leaving the house, so he said let him stay with Sydney. And let me tell y'all, Sydney and Isaiah are now on my fast forward. I can't tell you anything Sydney and Isaiah talked about in the last 2 episodes. They are on my fast forward list. I figured out how to fast forward Peacock, and if I have to fast forward through a commercial to get to the rest of the fast forward, I'll watch the commercial and then continue my fast forward. But I don't care anything about Sydney or Isaiah. They are draining. And I am a betting woman. I do love to bet a little time from time. Fantasy football getting ready to start, so I'm getting ready to have a good time with football season. But I would bet money that these two are not even going to be together once the show is over. I bet good money. So, Sydney, have your fun now because Isaiah don't want you. Isaiah want to win the money, and he think his best chance of winning this money is with you, but he don't want you. So, I think she admitted again that they was out there having sex on them bunk beds or day beds. When do we get to vote again? I'm already ready to vote. I really do want to know. Put it in the comments if you're on the rewatch and you're voting for Sydney or Isaiah. I just want to know why. What do you like about them? I don't see it. And that's it. Like, these past few weeks have been, I can tell it's time to wrap up the show. This is probably where I quit watching last season. I think I got through Casa Amor and saw everybody go back to their day ones last season, and I got bored. And I end up just seeing the last episode where the people won. I don't want to drop off because I really do enjoy the show, but it's no longer spicy now that people aren't really willing to switch it up. I thought that was part of the show, was switching it up. But anyway, unless you all have anything else in the chat, I'm about to shut this down. I'm going to come back in 30 minutes for Big Brother. I just want to have a quick, maybe 30-minute chat to talk about what's going on with Big Brother before we watch the episode tonight. It's a 2-hour episode tonight. It's going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and go downstairs, and I'm making tacos for dinner. I'll make my tacos, and I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to wash my makeup off. I'm going to have a good time. And then if you want to catch me on the late night, I think starting at 10, there's 2 Twitter spaces I'm going to be a part of. Kamisha's going to do one for Big Brother, and Betty is going to do one for the Challenge USA episode that came on last night. But not Kitchen Table Talk, but Stella, which is where we talk about the Challenge and Big Brother, is tomorrow night, 6 Central, and Kitchen Table Talk is Sunday night, 6 Central. So your girl will be back. I'll be back Friday and Sunday. And if you up late like me, you got to go to work in the morning, but you talk too much, come on over to Twitter. You'll find your girl in the Twitter spaces just running my mouth. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing for somebody like me to have been invented, where I can just jump on Twitter and talk, and I don't have to have makeup or comb my hair. I can be in my pajamas and just talk. We have a good time on Twitter, so definitely follow me on Kiss My Cheeks TV. But until the next time, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel. A lot of new stuff is coming up. Survivor. What else is coming up? I know Survivor for sure. Real Housewives of Potomac will be back shortly. So we're going to have a good time. Go ahead and hit subscribe. But until the next video, see y'all later. Bye.